Hello, I'm Colleen Pearl the Cool Crone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video will be the Tarotscope for January for the sign of Pisces. Okay, Pisces, I have a fun new deck that I'm going to be using for you. It is the Tarot of Curious Creatures. Took me a while to find this one, and I just thought you would really enjoy it. It's really fun images, but they are done in the style actually of Rider-Waite. They are also collages. They're not hand drawn, but they're just real cute. All right, so let's start out the reading for you. I've thrown the cards. I've got actually 3 oracle cards because 2 came out of the astrology cards, and I've got the tarot cards arranged in week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. So let's get on with it. The first card is the 10 of Pentacles, and this is the card of the family legacy. And so what you're going to see in this card is that it's a couple. They're going on a cruise. They're happy. They're able to provide for themselves. They're able to have what it is that they need. So you have set yourself up, Pisces, in a very solid way, financially and materially and emotionally. You feel secure, you feel good within your family, you're happy, and you can take a vacation if you want to. So you're feeling really good about that as the new year starts out, as January starts out. And then we have the Temperance card, and the Temperance card has this beautiful kitty as our goddess on the Temperance card. And this card is telling you, don't waste all your money. Don't just go on 5 million cruises. Be sure that you're careful with it and hang on to a little bit of it, because you may live a long time and you're going to want to have nice things all the way along. But during the month of January, what does this have to do with the month of January? Well, we are still kind of in COVID times, and so you want to make sure that you still put a little something away for a rainy day, a rainy COVID day, because you don't know when you're going to have to buy. Like everybody's been investing in like masks and extra toilet paper, etc. But what if there's something new that comes along that none of us anticipated, and all of a sudden we're all going to need it and there's going to be a shortage? Things like that. You want to have your little rainy day stash set up so that in an instant, if they say, hey, we're going to run out of Huggies diapers, you can all go run out and buy them. Okay, and then we have the Page of Wands. This is so cute. I love this card. So the Page of Wands looks like this. It's a zebra dancing, and she's got, I don't know if you can see it, she's got like a little gecko on her hand. That is so adorable. And where did she get those tights? I love those tights. Anyway, Page of Wands is a younger person or an immature person or somebody who maybe works junior to you, and this person just has a lot of energy and is willing and ready to go, and you might want them to stay, and that's why the Temperance card is showing up above it. You may have a child, an older child, but you may have a child who's living with you that you want to kind of keep tied to the home a little bit longer. And again, it might not even be because of COVID, it might be because of other things. And that's the first week, which doesn't seem like there's anything too terribly, earth-shaking going on for you during that first week, Pisces. So yay, no catastrophes, that's good. And then we have the second week, this is also adorable, is the 3 of Cups. Now the 3 of Cups is the happy, joyful ladies dancing, and that's exactly what we see in this card. These 3 ladies are out for a good night, and so your second week is also going to be a pretty good week. You're going to have some good social activity. You're going to know who your friends are. That's really great. And you're going to be able to go out. Maybe you can go out. I don't know. A lot of places you can't go out, but you might be able to. And then we come to the 10 of Wands. Now the 10 of Wands usually is this work card that shows that you're just carrying a load that is more than your fair share. But think of it this way too. If the others could do this for you, would they do it? Because if they would, then keep on doing it. Just don't get yourself hurt. But if they wouldn't, then learn to say no. So that's what's going on for the second week in January for you, Pisces. And you end up with, I'm thinking you're learning how to say no, because we have the World card here. And I think that it's the end of an era. You have learned to say no. Could it be, Pisces? Could that really happen? Well, we're going to find out in week 2 of January. And also at the end of, well, I don't know if it'll be your week 2, but on January 14th, Mercury will be going retrograde. So you're going to want to implement all that good retrograde stuff. There'll be a link to my Mercury retrograde playlist at the end of the video. At the top of the third week, we have the Wheel of Fortune. This is another card I just absolutely love. And again, where do they get these tights? Because the other ones were really zebra tights, and these are absolutely tiger stripe tights. It's just, it floors me. It's so cool. Anyway, this Wheel of Fortune at the top of the third week is saying, hey, what goes up must come down. So if you have been getting over on something, that's going to stop and you're going to get called on it. But if you've been working too much, then that's going to stop. And maybe if you did learn to say no, which I think you did, then maybe that's why the Wheel of Fortune is turning for you. You know, when we learn to stand up for ourselves in a good, healthy way and not in an aggressive, bad way, the universe thanks us. The universe gives us little rewards. So that's really cool. Now, the Knight of Pentacles, very appropriate here. The beaver leading this horse. So this is good imagery. And it goes along actually with the Rider-Waite imagery. The Knight of Pentacles has always been the slow and steady knight. It's not a person who is, you know, busy bee, lightning fast, moving at the, you know, speed of light. It's somebody who's kind of dull and plodding and moving along, but it's also somebody that you can really rely on, who will get the job done even if they take a little while doing it, and who is extremely loyal. So that's something really, really positive about the Knight of Pentacles. And at the end of the third week, we have the Ace of Swords. So this could mean that you're starting to have conversations with some new people. So I'm going to say that the Ace of Swords sometimes is going to mean a new project of some kind. You're writing a new proposal or a new paper, starting a vlog, doing a new YouTube channel, doing a TikTok channel. New with words. That's what Ace of Swords literally is. And then at the top of the fourth week, we have the Moon, meaning that you got some secrets that are going to come out. So there's some secrets going on here that you want to howl about. And you're probably going to start howling probably at the end of the month. But at the beginning of this last week of the month, you're just a little bit, if we go by this card, you're just a little bit upset, either because you don't know the secrets or because you just wish everybody would shut up about them. And notice the crab down there in the corner of the card. That's a crab at the very bottom. These cards are just adorable. Because at the middle of the fourth week, we have a new relationship. And this is just perfect timing for you. You started talking to somebody last week, and now you have a new relationship started, and that's amazing. So you're very, very happy about that. Now, the beginning of this reading was talking about family legacy. So if you're already married and you get this card, what does that mean? It means that you're going to start a new romantic chapter of your relationship. It does not mean that you're going to lose the relationship and go off with somebody new. And I just want you to check out that that arm wrapping around the base of the chalice is an octopus tentacle. Cool. Very cool. And then we have the Three of Wands to wrap up the month. The Three of Wands is a buck looking out over his kingdom, really. He's got his 3 wands there. This is all that he surveys, and everything that he sees, he's actually looking out over water with mountains in the background and the sun rising. So he's contemplating what to do next. Where will I go? How far will I expand? And this card is really meant for a business arrangement, but it could be with a new relationship or a new phase of your relationship. You could be taking that relationship and moving. You could be moving to a foreign land. You could be taking your business and expanding to new markets. Maybe you don't even have to physically go to those countries, but maybe you're opening up to be able to sell in new countries. So there's lots of things that the Three of Wands could be bringing to you at the end of the month, and it'll continue on, I'm sure, into February. So now let's look at the Oracle card. And the first Oracle card is the Spirit Bear of 396 Hertz. A little weird, but that's what it is. It's a beautiful card. So I'm just going to read to you a little bit about the Spirit Bear. It says, you are being healed from guilt and fear. Such emotions will no longer steal your personal power or dissuade you from confidence, happiness, and realizing your own worth. No matter how unlikely it may seem, you are going to emerge from a spiritual winter into light and life. The divinely ordained time for your liberation, healing, and emergence is much closer than you realize. Abundant blessings are stirring and shall soon manifest. So really positive, really, really great that you're going to release that guilt and fear. That's just amazing. That's just really, really great, Pisces. And then we have two more Oracle cards here. I'm just going to move this one over. We have the fourth house roots and the void of course moon missing. So the fourth house roots really goes to the first card that you had in your reading, the Ten of Pentacles. The fourth house is your family. It's the real estate that your home is on, or homes, and it is the dwelling of the home and what you do to it and the family structure that lives within it. So the fourth house roots really has to do, in astrology, I was taught originally that the fourth house was the beginning and ending of life. So if you started out your life, you know, your parents were gazillionaires and, you know, you just had every need and want catered to 24/7. And then as you got older, you were out on your own. You had to provide for yourself and your life wasn't so grand. That fourth house placement, because it started out so grand, guarantees that you're going to end up at the end of your life so grand. So that's really, really nice for you, Pisces. And that's something to think about, is how is your family provided for as you get closer? Well, you may not be close at all, but as you start looking at how you're going to retire ultimately one day, you may want to set things up, certain financial instruments to take care of your family when you are no longer bringing in a big income. And that void of course moon missing, this just goes along, I think, a little bit with the Mercury retrograde. When the moon is void of course, it's said that nothing happens. And the whole definition of void of course moon is that from the last aspect that the moon forms until it changes into a new sign, that's when it's void of course, meaning it does not affect any other planets. So it's missing, nothing's happening, no planets are being detonated into action, which is kind of a benign thing. It's not really creating anything. And during Mercury retrograde, it's a good time to kind of go within, batten down the hatches, do creative things at home. You know, do knitting, do crocheting, do painting, do writing, do things that you can do by yourself at home that stimulate your right brain, that tap into your creativity. This is an excellent use of the Mercury retrograde energy, and especially because it's in Aquarius, it's going to be in your 12th house, Pisces. So you are really going to feel this Mercury retrograde in terms of your own intuition, your own psychic gifts, and sleep. So you need to do something with that energy, especially if it's making you tense or anxious or restless. And I'm telling you, channeling it into a creative project of some kind is the way to go. This is what's going to make you feel great. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. I hope you like my fun deck with the it's, you know, the tarot of curious creatures, and they are definitely very curious. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much. I love doing these videos. Thank you so much to all my subscribers. I really appreciate your support. It's going to be 2 years tomorrow that I've been doing this channel. I should really do something special for it. So thank you so much for supporting me. And please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Please leave me some comments down below. And Pisces, Happy New Year, have a great January, and I'll see you next time.